Shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh, for giving me the spirit and power to make this lesson. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who teach this truth in Rowell. Wabrakatham unto the elect. This is the brother Gabar from the Great Millstone Dallas branch. All right. And as all of these things are unfolding this year, as we're just at the beginning of this year, and what we know is to come, and the talks of, the different things they're saying, all right, to come, J.D. Vance, going door to door with, ICE, and Trump talking about, we're going to do something in Greenland. All right, so that, China, Russia isn't our neighbors before they get to it, and, many more things, as all these things unfold and, the uproars of the people is going on and everything, you got to keep a clear mind to please Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai and to work on that. All right, focus on working out your salvation with the Lord, because the only way we're going to get out of this mess is Yahweh. We're going to get out of it, but it's going to be through the Lord and the Lord only. Okay? This is Philippians chapter 2 and verse 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. And that's the thing, okay? You want to work out your salvation with the fear. A lot of people are trying to work out salvation without the fear of the Most High, without fear and trembling. All right, they're trying to work out their salvation with joy and pleasure. And that ain't going to work. All right? So remember that, man, because once you got the fear of the Most High in you, all right, which is to hate evil and to depart from evil, to depart from wickedness, okay? You got the fear of the Most High in you. It's gonna push you to do that, all right? And you're gonna be like, well, what more can I do? All right? Understanding his judgment, understanding his power, all right? Understanding that he's in control only, okay? Understanding the power of the Most High, which, of course, we don't actually understand his entire power, all right? But understanding that he's in control, that he's the one pulling the strings, all right? You fear the power, the source, okay? And that makes you do certain things. It makes you move, all right? And if you want salvation, if you don't fear the Lord, you're not going to get it. Psalms 85 and 9. It says, surely his salvation is nigh to them that fear him, that glory may dwell in our land. All right, so if you want salvation out of all this mess that's coming, as we're already in mess now, okay, but out of all this mess that's coming, okay, which is ultimately Jacob's trouble, all right, the hour of temptation is coming, okay. If you want salvation, if you want help, it's going to come from Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai only. Everything else is failing. And that's why everybody's going to bug out. All right, because they putting their hope and trust in this world, in a president, in the next election, all right, in idols, in themselves, in their money, in their job, all right, whatever they're putting in. But, all right, the trouble that's coming, it ain't going to be no help besides Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai. All right, let me grab that right quick. Sirach chapter 34, or grab something on that I'll say. All right, the lucky ones, all right, which there is no luck, it's all preordained. The fortunate ones, I'll say, is the elect, because they have that help, all right, and they know that help right now. They know where to get that help, all right. Sirach 34 in the GNT in verse 15, it says, people who fear the Lord, which is what we're talking about. It says people who fear the Lord are fortunate. Let's get that word fortunate. on Google. Fortunate definition says favored by or involving good luck or fortune, lucky. Similar words, lucky, favored, blessed. Blessed. All right. So you're blessed. If you fear the Lord, you're blessed. You putting a blessing on yourself. Okay. Going back, Sirach 34 and 15 in the GNT. People who fear the Lord are fortunate. Don't you want to be fortunate? Don't you want to be blessed? Then fear the Lord. All right, it's going to turn away the wrath. All right, let's grab that right quick. Sirach chapter 1 and 21, because there ain't no way out of this. Ain't no way out of what's coming, man. Jacob's trouble. All right, as that time approaches, okay, what we're seeing is a lot. All right, and this is the tip of the iceberg. All right, these people are going to completely bug out, man. All right, they bugging out, but they going to completely lose their ish. All right. The WW3 ramping up harder. All right. You know, we watching Iran. All right, what they gonna do. Even America talking to Iran, saying that you better not intervene with them protesters, kill any protesters. All right. Or else America's gonna unleash hell on you. Come on, man. And we know Iran, Israel, Russia, and America are big moves in prophecy to that WW3. Okay? In the end, I play a big part in the prophecies of the end of the in the war. Okay? So it's a lot really happening simultaneously, man. 2026 is going in. All right? Sirach 1 and 21, it says, the fear of the Lord driveth away sins, and where it is present, so whoever abides in the fear of the Lord, it turneth away wrath. Don't you want the wrath turned away? Well, fear the Lord. The salvation is close to those who fear him. That's why the wrath is turned away. All right, you fear the Lord, you're departing from wickedness, evil. All right, you're getting in line with the Most High and what he wants. All right, you working out your own salvation. All right, trying to get right. Trying to get your house in order, man, as much as you can. Okay, so that the Most High can be pleased with you, so that he can deliver you, which we're going to get into that. All right. But as it says, Sirach 34, where did we read that? Sirach chapter 34 in the GNT verse 15, it says, people who fear the Lord are fortunate because they know where they can look for help. That's where the help is, man. The help in all of this BS, all of this crazy stuff going on is Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua for you Israelites. Okay, for you Jakes, that's the help. Turn to the Lord. All right. He gonna give us peace of mind in this time and in the time, all right, of Jacob's trouble. All right, as we're going into that time, man, we're very near into full blown Jacob's trouble. Okay, the Lord is gonna sustain his elect. All right, many more miracles are gonna happen. I say, okay, because things already been happening. All right, this is where we are. This is where we are, man. So if you want to be fortunate and you want to know where to have that actual help from, that's actually going to help you and save your soul, all right, save your spirit, save you, save your family, all right, then it's Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. Fear him, all right, and work out your salvation with him, with fear and trembling. Okay? That's a big part, which is what I'm touching on. All right, because as I said, those who fear the Lord are fortunate. All right, let's read down verse 16. The Lord watches over those who love him. Okay, he is their strong protection and firm support. Right, we need firm support and strong protection, man. All right, the strong tower. All right, we need that, especially right now. It says he shelters them from the heat, shades them from the noonday sun, and keeps them from stumbling and falling. Right. All right, all symbolic. All right, for the Lord protecting you. Okay, you want to be shaded from the heat. All right, you want to be watched over. All right, so that you're good. So Psalms chapter 34. Okay, you want to be good. You need to have that shelter from the heat and the shade from the noonday sun. Okay, or else what's gonna happen? The heat gonna scorch you. All right, that noonday sun without that shade, you're gonna be burned up. Okay, yeah. All right. So we know where the help is, and we're running to that help. All right, it's your job to make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do. Work out your own salvation, man. Okay. Psalms 18 and 19. All right. He said, and this is basically the whole point too of this lesson, as I bring out all these precepts. But this is a heavy one too. Psalms 18 and 19 in the KJV. King David, right? It says, "He brought me forth also into a large place. He delivered me because he delighted in me." Now, if you just type in this word delight, definition on Google, it says delight, please someone greatly, great pleasure. Okay? Please someone greatly, great pleasure. If the Lord, if the Lord has pleasure in you, if he has delight in you, at that greatly, he'll deliver you. He did it for King David. Sirach 2 and 10 says, if you look at the generation of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord was confounded? Did ever any abide in his fear and was forsaken? No. The answer is no. All right. So it's true. So it's the same for you. It's true for you. All right. So you want that help, but you, all right, got to fear the Lord. All right. So that he can delight in you. He can have pleasure in you. Okay. So then you get delivered. All right. That salvation is near to those who fear him. You see, because those who fear him, he delights in. He delights in those who fear him. He delights in the fear of the Lord. People that fear the Lord. Okay. Devout people. Okay. And you're going to have the mindset of what when you fear in the Lord? Sirach 2 and 16. They that fear the Lord will seek that which is well pleasing unto him, and they that love him shall be filled with the law. Boom. So if you fear the Lord, you're going to be seeking out what's well pleasing unto him. What more could you do? Okay. You want to know him more. All right. So you can do more. So you can get more of that pleasure. All right. You fear the Lord, it's going to drive you to understanding that type of power that he is, man. The terrible power, man. Yahweh Ba'ashim Al-Shai is a terrible, terrible power. Okay? You don't want to be at odds with that power. So what you need to do is make sure you pleasing that power. And what more could you do to please that power? All right? What more could you do to please that power? All right. That's our only hope, man. Our only hope is that the Lord don't take his spirit up off of us. All right. And we continue to fear him, work out our own salvation with fear and trembling, doing this work. Okay. And, hoping and seeking out what's well pleasing unto him. All right. That's it. All right. It's very scary, but that's the reality. All right. It's not in our control. It's in his control. Okay, and in knowing that, you should be like, damn, well, shit, let me try to, let me please him. I don't want the spirit taken off of me. I don't want the spirit taken off of you. Okay. Yeah, so Lord's will, this was edifying, man. Focus. This is a very critical time, man, to focus on, the fear of the Lord. All right, make sure you good. All right, make sure your house is good. Okay. Because if you don't fear the Lord, if you're not working out your own salvation with fear and trembling, with fear, so that the Lord has delight in you, then it's nothing. And what's all going on in the world, hey man, it's gonna touch you. All right, as these plagues ramp up, as these different things come, as the pestilence hit, and then the famine is hit, the teeth of wild beasts coming out. All right. As all these things prophesied, all right, begin to come to pass, you will not have a shelter from it, a help from it, a defense from it, if you're not fearing the Lord. My last one, I do want to grab Psalms 91. All right, close it out after this. Let's get Psalms 91 in verse. Let's start at verse 9. It says, because thou hast made the Lord Yahweh, which is my refuge, even the Most High thy habitation, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. Right? Verse 11. For he shall give his angels charge over thee. Right? Those guardian angels, man. All right? The Lord appoints over members of the elect. Okay? To do what? It says to keep thee in all thy ways. Let's just go into this word keep. All right, Psalm 91. Now we know that the angels are messengers. All right, we know that they aid their ministering spirits. Let me pull this up, Psalms 91. We know that they protect. All right, the angels. All right, on the right-hand side. Okay? And the Most High has them keeping his elect. This word, to keep thee, all right, that word on the Blue Letter Bible. I'm going to play it.
Strong's H 8104. Shamer. Shamer.
All right, so it's Shamar, all right, in the Hebrew. All right, and it says to keep, guard, observe, give heed. It says to keep, have charge of, to keep, guard, keep watch and ward. What are they watching? They're just sitting there all day? No. It says protect, save life. Can't make that up. It says save life. Now you go read Psalms 34, man. All right, and it tells you how the Lord has those angels encamped round about them that fear him. To do what? To save your life, man. So if you want your life to be saved, man, work out your own salvation with the fear of Yahweh, man. A lot of people, they don't got the fear. Okay? That's how our lives gonna be saved, by working out our own salvation with fear and trembling, which all of the fruits of the Spirit and everything is all intertwined in that right there. All right, because the elect are gonna be doing it all. Okay? So if you want your life saved, then boom, there you go, man. All right? That's what the angels will be there to help. The Lord is there to help. Okay? But you got to do your part. All right? So, Lord's will, this was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bashim Ashar for giving me the spirit and power to make this lesson. Until next time, Kamar Shalom.